I was watching this old episode of Foghorn Leghorn, right? And it was the episode, it's really, actually a really good episode. It's the one where there's the dog and there's this fucking weasel that's trying to eat the baby chicks. And what's funny is they make the weasel literally look like a fucking dope addict. Thing's eyes are all bugged out and fucking crazy. I mean, it was like they were showing you like what a meth head looked like years before meth. Well, I can't say years before meth because now they're saying that the Germans were on that shit. I don't know. Now all of a sudden it's like everybody in the German army was on meth. Everybody, really? Everybody was on fucking meth, and now that story's just coming out? New evidence shows, that's one of my favorite things, new evidence shows that Christopher Columbus actually was afraid of the ocean. And it's like, where the fuck was that laying around? Was that just written down on a piece of paper and somebody finally decided to pick it up and read it? Or is it suppressed information? Because that's something else that I'm finding out, as I get older, that, what do they say? That history was written by the people, by the victors. And, what victorious people should do then is prevent the people that lost from writing books. Because then their version becomes like the version. And what it should be is the combination of both. It's like if you hear a Rams fan tell you the version of the Super Bowl is that it was a great Rams victory and they got fucked over on that face mask call. And if you listen to the Bengals fans, their version of it was that the Bengals got fucked over at the end of the game on a bullshit makeup call. So I don't want to make light of actual shit that matters, but I mean, isn't that sort of the same thing too? I'll tell you what's really interesting to me. Oh, and let me get back to the Foghorn Leghorn thing, right? So this fucking asshole. What I love about Foghorn Leghorn is he's an asshole, but he's not like Daffy Duck. Where Daffy Duck is just a fucking idiot, right? I used to like Bugs Bunny, but he's also a cunt. He picks on a lot of people for no fucking reason, except for that opera singer. Opera singer came up, fucked him with his house, didn't respect his house. We'll have some. And he throws the fucking pie in his face. Yeah, so of course Bugs has to go out and ruin his concert. I understand that. But like a lot of that Elmer Fudd shit, he's just fucking with the guy. But I guess one of them, Elmer Fudd, is just going out he's looking for gold. He comes in like, I've been working on the railroad all the livelong day, right? He's just trying to fucking get a plot. Bugs Bunny sees him and he's fucking bored and he starts fucking with him. I understand later they made him like a hunter. Maybe that was like a note. They're like, I kind of feel bad for the hunter, He's just like, for the guy, he's just trying to dig for some gold. Yes, guys, this is where I am with my life right now. So anyway, I'm watching this, but I like Foghorn Leghorn because he's a fucking asshole, but he gets his a lot. I don't know that Bugs Bunny ever really loses except for that time he's in the plane with that fucking mouse. And then the mouse is fucking with him the whole episode. But Foghorn Leghorn is a fucking asshole, but he gets his ass kicked a lot, right? So anyway, the dog is stressing out because this fucking dope fiend weasel's trying to eat the chicks. So Foghorn Leghorn, he's fucking bored, so he keeps letting the chicks out. He's like, boy, one just got out, right? And it was really, I don't know why I was watching that episode, that cartoon, and it was really giving me a lot of anxiety. Even though I know if I really thought about it, that we weren't going to show the weasel killing one of those chicks, right? But it was just bugging me. And I was working up this nice sort of, simmering anger towards Foghorn Leghorn. And then out of nowhere, like, I realized that him being an asshole was just this giant setup for this great moment. Where at one point he takes this knot of wood, he takes the knot out of the wood, and he lets the chicks out that way, right? And the dog has to run around and fucking fight off the goddamn dope fiend. And he gets the chicks back in the yard. And he's finally dealt with that. And I'm thinking, this fucking rooster's an asshole, right? And all of a sudden, Foghorn Leghorn gets out of the pen. And he's like, hey, boy, what am I doing outside? I should be on the inside, right? And the dog's just like, all right, no problem. And he picks him up like he's going to throw him over the fence. And he throws him through the knot of wood. The hole in the thing that's super small. And he only gets about fucking, his head and his shoulders through it. And the dog picks up a pole out of nowhere and just fucking jams him the rest of the way through, and he loses all of his feathers. And I'm not going to lie to you, I fucking laughed my ass off. I laughed so hard, my daughter started laughing from the other room and ran in to see what I was laughing about. And she came in, and I go, look at this. And she started cracking up too. And I have to be honest with you, I am a huge fan of joke writers and everything like that, but there's just nothing funnier than slapstick. There's just nothing funnier than seeing somebody fall down a flight of stairs, or just, watching that thing get shoved through that hole and he loses all his feathers. And he gets through the other side. He's like, someone close the door. There's a draft in here. It's so dumb. But what I really loved that was so satisfying was he was just such a cunt to the dog. And the dog throws him through that hole and just jams him through it with a fucking pole. And I don't know what happened the rest of the episode. It just made me thinking, like, I just wish that happened more in life to people that really deserved it. Whatever the human version of that is, they could just, every once in a while, because now, there's just cameras everywhere. And there's just so many people that really need a slap. And you can't do it because you're going to get on video, and then the person that deserves a slap is going to fucking, end up winning. Even though you slap them, they're going to get a couple of grand off you because of emotional distress that it caused them, that you fucking slapped them. So, I don't know. I can't even believe like how much I enjoyed that part of that cartoon and it stayed with me. Like I saw it I saw it last night. Jesus Christ, the NyQuil. It was a couple of days ago.